Yo, what's up everybody? It's P-Side. Welcome to another video. So, I am back, risen from my motorcycle crash to give you a deck profile that I managed to take to locals. Just got my handicap pass.
I heard you made a deal with the devil to survive.
I did. I wore my helmet.
You're never going to top locals again in exchange for your life.
At least I get to live. But, I've been live streaming a couple times. And this
I'm
is
so mad I missed those, by the way.
I'll schedule them from now on so that you guys are aware of when they're going to happen.
Where can I catch those live streams?
P-Side YGL.
Whoa!
Hit the subscribe button, bell notifications. I took the deck that I built the other day on the live stream to locals, and this was the result. This is 60 card Kashtira Spright Infernoid with the Diabellstar engine. So, let's just get into the 60 card deck profile. You can look back at Kashtira Spright on the channel. I've topped with this deck 4 separate times, 2 third places, 1 fifth place, and 1 first place. This is another 5th place to add to the repertoire. Baby Brian, I need a word here.
The portfolio.
The portfolio.
Ah, good word. That's a 10-point word.
All right, so 3 Kashtira Unicorn and 3 Fenrir, because these are the most broken
Remember
ones.
that card was at 2?
Yeah, that was a weird time. Bring back a Rise Heart. 1 Rise Heart. So this is specifically for if you draw your shifter, which does happen sometimes in 60. I shifted my opponent twice during the 5-round tournament, or was it 4? It was 4 rounds. So it comes up, and I was able to bring out the Rise Heart. And then Scareclaw Kashtira is for making double Draco Sack. If your first Draco Sack gets impermed, and you have the extenders to push out, just Unicorn and Fenrir, you can access your Scareclaw Kashtira, use Birth to get the other one, to make the second Draco Sack. It's not a once per turn, and you can do your full board.
I feel like this is a full house of Kashtira monsters.
But it's 60, so, I mean, it's enough for you to see it. The 1 Theosis, just for when you draw your shifter. 2 Birth, just because...
My question is, would you play more than 1 if you owned it?
I do. I own a playset.
Oh, you do?
No, I used to play pure Kashtira. Yeah, I own 3 of this. No, whoa. But one is correct. You don't, because if you see this by itself or these by itself, they literally do nothing. Like, you need to maximize what your starters versus your bricks in this strategy.
You're so
and
smart.
Any strategy.
You're so smart and handsome and tall.
Thank you, young man. 3 Planet to search, and then you do play into Droll.
I'm so mad you didn't pick up my QCR planet, bro.
I saw we. But this is the entire Kashtira engine. A lot more trimmed than a pure build, because we don't have like Ogre and like double, triple Rise Heart and stuff like that. But this is very good for this strategy, and Kashtira cards are so strong that they just really carry a lot of other decks. Really gives you access to rank 7 engines, which by themselves are just amazing as well. Those do actually bridge into the Spright engine, so what? I will be showing you these Spright cards. So 3 Spright Blue, shout out to Team Bad cards for the blues, not the ulti.
Yeah, wait. Where's the other secret blue?
I still have it.
Where is it?
It's at home with my Spright cards. 3 Jet, 1 Carrot, and 1 Red. I switched those. All right, so this is just your bread and butter. This gives you access to big negation boards, and that's what I want. I want to lose to Dark Ruler no more and Droll like it's my job. So yeah, this package is really good. And you can play under Shifter, which is really nice, which just makes Shifter a very strong card in the strategy. I opted for 3 Spright Starter. If you like go through your plays like I did last night.
That card was at 2?
Yes, I do remember, which is probably why I only have 2 secrets. But I was going against... I can't remember his name, Julian, and he was on Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he had a bunch of hand traps.
Oh, he told
and
me about
he
that.
Stopped like my Kashtira plays, and then my last card was Spright Starter, and I got to go full Spright combo. It feels like you're playing an unfair deck, like
what was that deck?
Snake Eyes.
No, I was gonna say Tier Limit Spright.
Yes. Oh my God, Tier Shizu Spright was the best deck that I've ever played in my life. But rest in peace, Elf, and what's her name?
Oh God, come on, man.
Kid Kalos. I'm sorry, guys.
Pathetic.
I'm sorry, my Tier Limit brothers. And then we do play a couple of the searchable bricks. Spright Smashes is good in the main deck, but you side that out to put in the trap card and then your Gamma Burst. So in 60 cards, it's not a brick because it's hyper searchable by Jet.
I always
and
get
then
mad when I lose
OTK,
this fucking card, man.
It OTKs, dude. like, okay,
I'm like, this card?
There's a point where I had 4 level 2 monsters on board. I activated this. That's an extra 14 times 4 damage. Brian, do the math. 5,600 extra damage. Shout out to
I hate that you said that was so smooth, man.
Shout out to baby Brian. All right, so that's the Sprite, like meat and potatoes. There is a supplementary engine that I play. I could call this deck Nimble as well because I maxed out on Nimble Beaver and Nimble Angler.
I think you should call every single archetype, like sub-archetype. That is what you should title this
It's
video.
also a Red Eyes deck.
Spoilers
for the side deck. All right, so this engine is broken. Used to be able to mill this off of your Tearlaments cards and then special 2. But rest in peace to that strategy. But still, like, this is amazing. If you manage to draw it with your Swap Frog.
Wow, not Alties, bro. What are you?
Shout out to Fan Favorite Jesse for the secret. Thanks. You can ditch this and then chain block yourself. Also, Swap Frog is incredibly good in this strategy since Kashtira doesn't necessarily need its normal summon to play, and you can normal summon this and it's an automatic Omni Negate. I wanted to put as many Omni Negates with as little investment as possible. The recent introduction of the Mirror Mage of the Ice Barrier, which is a level 2 water aqua monster, can be dumped off of Swap Frog. Once it hits the graveyard, it searches the in-archetype monster reborn. So technically, I can put Ice Barrier in the title as well, but I will not.
I think you should.
This makes the Swap Frog a 1-card totally awesome, which is really abusable, and I love it in this deck. You can summon this off of Gigantic Sprite. Your opponent can't nib you anymore since Gigantic Sprite resolved, and then you get a Toad, and then you get to do all the other shenanigans that you want to do, like making a bunch of stuff in the extra deck that I'll get to later.
You know, a lot of people like to think that stun is a spectrum, and it is. And you are at one very far end of that spectrum.
Look, the big negate pendulum board is essentially stun. If you can stop your opponent from doing anything, then that's basically like flipping up a floodgate. But you get to, go about it in a roundabout way. The one last honorary Sprite card is EMP Meowmime, just because it's a level 2, but if your opponent has a Link monster in their grave or field, or you have a Link in your grave or field, it is a free special summon of a level 2 body, and its broken effect that can be activated in its hand or graveyard to banish itself when a Link monster leaves the field, by SP, by IP, anything like that. Other than the other colon P cards, you get to banish it from graveyard.
Is this a colon P deck profile as well?
Dude, okay, yes. Actually, I play all 3 colon P cards in the game.
Wow, we really needed this content, didn't we?
We really did. We really did, guys. So this is just another broken card. If you already have access to your Swap Frog and your Blue and Jet in your combo, you can summon this off of Gigantic Sprite, and it adds another layer of disruption for your opponent to deal with. All right, next up, the Dia Bellstar package. I only have 2 wanted, and then 2 Dia Bellstar. But this adds another level 7 body to your field in order for you to make your rank 7s, which is really important for this specific strategy because of the way the rank 7 engine climbs into the Sprite engine, which I will get into a little bit later.
Let's see the Snake Eye engine. Come on, buddy.
All right, so we do play one target that's not the wanted Seeker of Sinful Spoils or whatever, the original Sinful Spoils. I looked through the database, and I was like, what level 1 fire monster is absolutely insane? I could play a Snake Eyes engine, but I do not own a princess, so that's just not on the table. I did pick up a princess from, I forget who it was.
Spoilers.
Yeah, spoilers. So keep an eye out for that deck.
Spoiler alert.
But without princess, the Snake Eyes cards are garbage. I thought of doing a small synchro package with Jet Synchron, but cool. I decided against it. I wanted to put a negate on board immediately, and I'm not afraid to play bricks. So I give you Infernoid Decatron, Infernoid Deviati. This is the monster negate, and Infernoid Inoku, the spell and trap negate. This was underrated. I should have used this more, but I always defaulted for the monster because I'm very afraid of Nibiru, the primal being.
The inner workings of your mind scare me, Patrick.
And this ratio is perfect because on the crackback, you can search the second copy of Decatron, and on normal or special summon, you get to dump any Infernoid except itself from your deck to the graveyard specifically. So these are hard bricks in order to copy the effect and gain the level. The gaining level doesn't really matter because we're not doing anything with levels in this deck.
This is a level 7 deck? This is a level 2 deck.
Well, actually, okay, yeah.
And it specifically summons a level 1, Patrick. Levels are important in this deck.
Okay, yeah, I stand corrected. My broken leg. I said corrected. All right. All right, but the really cool thing about this is if you get to the grind game and you go turn 2, these have special abilities in the graveyard to inherently summon themselves by banishing 3 other ones. So if you want to summon Infernoid Inoku and Raigeki the board, you can banish these 3. But remember, you can't have levels adding up on your field more than 8 to summon either of these. This one blows up spells and traps on summon, and then, like you know, it already negates monster effects by attributing any monster, and it banishes the monster.
All right, buddy, you might as well just read the card at this point. Like.
All right, so that's that package. That package was great all day. I also picked up a 3rd Diabell Star, so I get to play even more consistency with regards to that package. Hand traps. This is where I should have played more. In previous iterations of this deck, I played 12 to 15 hand traps. Today, I only played 7 in the main deck. Wow. The side deck does have a lot of hand traps. I opted to play, this doesn't need any mention of it, even if it's the name, but Ghost Ogre was really good today against Azamina. I was able to pop their card. It prevents them from searching their Snake Eye card, and it prevents their negate. It puts them so far back that this card is worthy of the main deck, and I opted to play it instead of Ash Blossom, because Ash Blossom only stops the search effect. They can still continue to combo depending on what they drew. This outs it completely, which is really broken. And then just the one imperm, it's just what fit at the end.
Pretty.
And the rest is just one-ofs because I'm usually making these decks, you know, under the influence of something. I've got Enemy Controller as a one-of. This was a 3-of in previous iterations of the deck. I did miss it, but when the one time I drew it, it was absolutely broken.
You couldn't play any other one-of? That's not even at 1.
Enemy Controller is amazing because...
In 60?
Yes, because the Kashtira cards are very broken with Enemy Controller, and so are the Spright cards, because you get to dodge negation and take a monster that you can utilize for your own strategy. So Enemy Controller is just sick in this deck. I really should bump both of these cards back up to 3. Just for interaction with my opponent's turn, and then on the crackback, just taking their monster, or just taking their monster. Anyway, One of Prosperity for consistency. Shout out to the one of.
Love it.
Called by the Grave. I mean, this deck does Lucid Droll. If I can draw the Called by the Grave and they don't hand trap me, then I can set it as a like a disruption or whatever. Like, it's whatever.
You're not gonna shout out that one of?
Who did I get this from? I think I pulled this from the. Was it you?
You said shout out the one of.
Who did I get it from? Oh no! These 2 cards are at 1 on the ban list, nerd. Oh my god. All right. Angel Statue Azarune. I actually opened a couple of these in the Megatins from 2022. Gosh,
you're so
I've known
cool.
Team Bad Cards for so long.
You're so cool.
But yeah, so this is really good for the Silhouette Rabbit that I pulled.
That was like our 3rd tin opening.
Yeah, dude. We've been together way too long. All right.
Yeah, one of us needs to die. Like a motorcycle accident or something.
He's joking. All right, next up, the extra deck. So, unfortunately, this is limited to 15 cards. I really wish I could play more. Shangri Era is just really good when you draw Shifter, so it puts a lot of pressure on board, and then the next turn, you'll have 2 level 7 bodies on board to go into your Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sack.
This combo, man.
As I mentioned earlier, you can go through 2 of these. This is a huge target for targeted negation, like Infinite Impermanence, Mourner, you know, like Veiler, all those different cards that stop stuff. Even Dominus Impulse, because this special summons tokens. You want to play 2 because it's not once per turn, and it's very crucial to climb up into your Spright Engine. Speaking of your Spright Engine, 2 Gigantic Spright, 1 for the combo, and then 1 for the crackback.
Sick with it.
And then 1 totally awesome.
Love it.
That's actually it for the Xyz monsters.
We gotta get you a QCR Toad, man.
Oh man, now that it's out, then yeah, absolutely. I would love that.
I'll take advantage of you once I pull one from the box.
Anyway, I pulled a QCR Spright Sprint, which is really nice. This came up where I wanted more than 1, but I did not need it to beat Creamer's butt.
Shout out Eric Kramer.
What? His name is Robert. All right. Next up, we have Silhouette Rabbit, another QCR that I pulled. Sheesh. But this is just really good and generic that you can put on your
I can't believe you
board.
pulled a QCR of that too, man.
Dude, I've been like whenever I top, like
you really don't have any luck left, bro. You don't.
Speaking of QCRs, so the way that we use Draco Sack to climb into broken cards is a very expensive engine. I could just play the IP to climb up, use the 2 tokens, climb up into IP, and then link away the Draco Sack and IP to make the Spright Sprint, but I wanted to have the extra body so that I can make my board even more gigantic. So what you do is you use both of the tokens to make Link Spiders, summon G-Golem Crystal Heart, bring back one of the Link Spiders with the G-Golem Heart's effect, which does not restrict you in any other way during the turn that you use it. And then you can climb up into either Sprint, or if you're going second or already have access to your Spright Engine, you can climb into Decode Talker Heat Soul. Why would this be better going second, Patrick? Because you can draw into combo pieces, and I don't know, you can climb into QCR Access Code Talker. Anyway.
Well, that's QCR as well?
Yes. Dude.
Bro, can I share a hot take real quick?
What?
I think that the best QCR/Starlight card to like be printed out is like Monster. I think it's the best looking.
I agree, but I don't have any non... Oh, wait, yeah, I do.
I just like the shiny with the
I agree. I agree.
Although the
Links are
black
crazy.
is slick. It's like...
The black is also
It feels
slick.
classy.
Shout out to Baby Brian. This is literally his favorite card.
Brian has the better rarities of it, though.
Of course. Anyway.
Shout out to Baby Brian.
And then the rest of the colon P package, which makes this a colon P deck.
No.
Shout out to Team Bad Cards.
No
QCRs of these. No, I'm not.
you have
I'm
it.
not
No,
Brian
it's
or Jake, guys. I'm not.
are
I
now.
moved this to you. I moved this to you.
You are now.
True. But yeah, SP Little Knight, shout out to Team Bad Cards. So yeah, the colon P package is insane, as you guys know.
I really don't like you calling it that anymore.
Colon P. They're all colon P, and I think I don't know if this is
Isn't that
confirmed,
the little-
but
the
yes,
little-
it's like a face with the tongue sticking out to make the P symbol. So I don't know. All right, shout out to my side deck, Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. This actually came up. My opponent, Robert Kramer, was on 900 life points after I could not kill him. So I took 2 level bodies and I overlaid into this to just play really hard into Nib. He did not have the Nib. He lost. This is just a really good extender. Like in game 3, you can normal summon it and special summon a card from your hand. Or off of Gigantic Spright, you can special summon it, target a monster, and then extend your life points. Next up, the one Perulia that I opened out of a pack. I should have moved this when it was more expensive. Like,
I mean, what is
I
it,
didn't-
like
I didn't
65
draw.
right now? 70?
No, wait, are you serious?
I'm
I'm moving it tonight.
I just picked up a playset for...
Dang it, why did you not just pick up 2? All right, Triple Ash Blossom. I wanted this somewhere on my list, but just not in the main deck, but I might move it back depending on how I change this. 3 Droll and Lockbird. I upgraded my rarities. I was on rares for a really long time.
Good for you, man.
Thank you. Double thrust, because I pulled a thrust out of my
What
Megatins. But yeah, this can get Terraforming or even Pot of Prosperity, which can get you a real card.
Perulia or Red MD or whatever that card is called.
No, it cannot. This only searches normal spells and traps. Speaking of normal spells and traps,
Not anymore.
1 Talents, 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. I really didn't have a lot of back row hate. 1 Evenly. And then this is the trap card that I mentioned.
Ulti Duster, bro.
I pulled this too. Dude, I pulled like crazy. I pulled this, I pulled like all of these. And then finally the Spright Double Cross. So, this card is absolutely insane, but it's primarily for going first. Going into a board, you do not want to set a trap card unless you're Labyrinth. It can be searched easily by Spright Jet. And what you do is you summon your Totally Awesome off of your regular combo. Then you use its effect negation. You use its effect in graveyard to add a water back from your grave to your hand for follow-up, like a Nimble Beaver that you went through for your combo. Then you activate Spright Double Cross to Monster Reborn it. So you have another negate and take, which is a really broken part of this. If you don't have access to Toad, then you can use this to just steal your opponent's combo piece. It's basically like another copy of Change of Heart, but it's a quick play, and it's permanent. Unbelievable. So that's why I played Spright Double Cross in the side deck. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile and subscribe for more.